Caring for someone with dementia is one of the toughest journeys, but you don't have to do it alone. I'm Allison Schreier, and my experience caring for my husband inspired me to create Zinnia, a therapeutic streaming service designed to support people living with dementia and reduce caregiver stress. Our research-backed videos are engaging, easy to follow, and they help ease the daily challenges like agitation and anxiety so that you can focus on connection and joy. Available by subscription on mobile and TV apps, Zinnia makes every day a little bit easier. Go to zinniatv.com and sign up for a free trial today. Use the code RESOURCE for 15% off an annual Zinnia subscription.
This is Medicare Moments, your favorite Medicare podcast with your favorite Medicare podcast host, Toni King. Hi, Toni.
I am Miss Podcast besides Miss Medicare, right?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. We thank everybody that joins us, and we are just honored that feedspot.com recognized you, Toni King, as one of the top Medicare podcasts in the United States of America.
And I am Miss Medicare. I got that on the outside of my door because I turned 65 and I was given a thing to wear to say I'm Miss Medicare.
I saw your sash. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
So today, the title of this Medicare Moments is, Should I Enroll in Medicare when turning 65 and still working? Hi, Toni. I'm turning 65 soon and working full-time with employer benefits. I am receiving conflicting information from friends and coworkers regarding enrolling in Medicare. Some say enroll only in Part A, while others say enroll in both Medicare Parts A and B. Please explain the rules about how to apply for Medicare when turning 65. Thanks from John in Rosenberg, Texas. And you know, Toni, lots of people give lots of advice on Medicare, but you're the go-to person.
Well, people need to realize their friends don't know their whole situation. You don't tell your friends how much is in your savings account, what your 401k is. You might tell them if you're getting some money on the 401k, but you don't tell them how much is in there. There's certain things we need to keep private. And getting friends information about Medicare, they do not know your prescription drugs. They don't know what really health issues you have. So keep it to yourself because it does nothing but confuse you. And that's what happened to John because he's still working. And there's a whole group, there's a whole lot of things you need to do. And if you are working, you need to make sure that you're doing all the paperwork the right way.
Well,
and let's talk about it.
And the truth, Toni, is that at this time in our history, in the year 2023, more so probably than going back a decade or more, there are more 65-year-olds working than there used to be. People used to retire out a lot earlier, and they're staying in the workforce longer now.
People are retiring at 80 now,
yes,
90.
It's changed.
Yeah.
Right.
So let's talk about the different steps to enrolling in Medicare. There's different steps. People have different situations.
It's confusing.
Okay. So you're turning 65 and you're receiving your Social Security check. Okay. What do you do? What do you do, Jim? You tell me.
Well, then you should get your Welcome to Medicare kit.
That's right.
Right.
There should be a kit coming to your door. That's the reason why is there's three organizations that help you with Medicare. Number one is the IRS, who knows everything. Number two is Social Security, who enrolls people in Medicare. And number three is Medicare, who has no idea how to enroll you in Medicare. And people don't realize that Social Security does all the enrolling in Medicare. So if you are already receiving your Social Security check, and that's hard for me to say, Social Security check, then you're going to receive your Welcome to Medicare kit with your card 90 days prior. We have people who come in our office with a stack of mail and have no idea that their card is in their stack of mail.
Amazing.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
They haven't opened it. They just keep piling it up. And they're receiving their Social Security check and they have no idea. And on the back of it, it can say that you can sign it and send it back in if you don't want to pay for Part B.
Wow.
That is not a good thing to do.
Not a good thing. Isn't there a penalty associated with that?
Well, when you go and enroll in Part B at a later date, you will get the penalty.
Wow.
So if you're not working full time with true company insurance and you are on your Social Security check, you need to call us, because one false move can jeopardize you for the rest of your Medicare life. That's how I got started doing this, because a gentleman called Social Security who was getting his Social Security check and got his Medicare card. He told them he had company insurance, employer benefits. He had retirement benefits. He went in the hospital, got a stent put in his heart the next month, and had to pay $10,000 to Cigna. That was the company, that was the group benefits. He was within his initial enrollment period. I said, you better go down to the Social Security office and re-enroll, because what you have with Medicare is when you're turning 65, you can enroll 3 months before, the month you turn 65, and 3 months after. He still had that 3-month window. And Mr. Davis changed my life, because I took the Medicare New Handbook, put it in people terms, and wrote my book, The Medicare Survival Guide. And here I am today, being an advocate for people on Medicare. How's that for you, Jim?
That's a great story, Toni. And we're going to find out more about what to do when turning 65 and still working regarding Medicare right after this most important break. We'll be right back.
Caring for someone with dementia is one of the toughest journeys, but you don't have to do it alone. I'm Allison Schreier, and my experience caring for my husband inspired me to create Zinnia, a therapeutic streaming service designed to support people living with dementia and reduce caregiver stress. Zinnia offers research-backed videos intentionally created for people with dementia, engaging, calming, and easy to follow. Whether you need to ease agitation, create moments of joy, or make daily routines smoother, Zinnia is here to help. Family and professional caregivers use our content to turn challenges into opportunities for connection. Accessible by subscription on mobile devices and connected TVs, Zinnia is simple to use whenever you need it. Because when caregiving feels easier, life feels better. Go to zinniatv.com and sign up for a free trial today. Use the code RESOURCE for 15% off an annual Zinnia subscription.
Toni King is the host. Medicare Moments is the podcast. My name is Jim, and today we're talking about enrolling in Medicare when you're turning 65 and still working. So, Toni, where do we go from here?
Okay, so you're turning 65 and you're not receiving your Social Security check. That was my situation. I was still working, but I'm not with a big company. I had individual health insurance. So if you're someone who's turning 65, whether you're working or not, and you're not receiving your Social Security check, and you don't have true company insurance, you don't have big company insurance behind you, then you need to go online to socialsecurity.gov and enroll in Medicare. That's who does the enrolling, because there is no automatic welcome to Medicare kit, because Medicare doesn't know you've turned 65. Social Security doesn't know you've turned 65.
Right.
You might know it, but they don't know it. And you got to go online, like I said, to ssa.gov/Medicare and enroll if you are not working full-time with true company insurance. Now, the person who wrote this question, John, is working for a company. So John wanted to know, what do I need to do if I'm turning 65 and I'm still working, right?
Right.
Right. So there's different things. Does John have an individual health insurance? Is he on an individual plan? No, he's on group insurance. So this is not John's situation. He doesn't have to worry about the individual plan. Anybody who has an individual plan is turning 65, needs to enroll in Medicare. Okay?
Got it.
John had employer benefits. That's his situation. And Medicare allows you that you can delay your Part B. You can delay enrolling in Medicare. And we've got a lot of articles. We have a lot of podcasts on that. And that's what his situation is. So he needs to delay his Part B. And you want to find out, are you over 20 employees? Work for a large company? Right. Then the employer benefits will pay first. If you're someone that's working for a company where there's under 20 employees, some people have 2 or 3 or just a couple of people on their group health plan, then you need to talk to your HR department, or you should talk to your insurance carrier on how they coordinate with Medicare. That's very important. And this article is on the seniorresource.com website, and it is on my Toni Says website about this, because this is confusing.
Well, it is, especially and Toni, we've talked before about HR departments that aren't even clear on some of these rules and regulations. That's why it's important for somebody to give you a call on your Medicare hotline.
I have HR people that come in the office for me to enroll them.
Right.
I've been down this road before. I don't care if you're with BP or Shell or a small company. I've had plenty of HR members come in. I've had the FBI come in because they're a person working for the FBI and they don't know what to do. So you've got to get in the game. You cannot wait for it to come to you, because it's not going to. And then we've got the last group that you're enrolling after 65. What if you're 70 and now you're retiring? What do you need to do? Well, there's 2 forms. You've got the CMS L564, which we've talked about before on a podcast. Right, Jim?
Right.
You never saw that form before you started talking to me.
No, I really didn't.
Yeah. And that's the request for employment information. That's what your employer fills out. And you have the CMS 40B, which is your application for Part B. Okay. That's where you write, I need to have this start January 1st. You want to make sure that you turn these forms in physically to the Social Security office, to whatever your local Social Security office is, at least 60 days prior. You turn it in too long and it's just going to sit there.
Well, you also want to take note of who you're turning it into, so you have a record of that.
That's right. And sometimes you have to wait in line, turn it into that guy, let them make a copy, find out you're talking to John Smith, and say, I want under number 12 of the CMS 40B, under number 12, under remarks, is where you want to write what month. And it does not say that on any of the forms. You write, please have Medicare start January 1st, 2024.
Well, that's an important Toni tip that you just gave everybody.
That's
because
right.
It's not written on the forms, and that's why it's important to listen to Medicare Moments.
And it all starts on the 1st of that month. It doesn't start on what day you want. Okay? That's the way it is.
So there we go. And there's some great advice from Toni. And Toni, you have a newsletter. We haven't really talked about that too much, but how can folks get that newsletter?
If they need to get the newsletter, they can go to the ToniSays.com, and it's ToniSays.com website, and they can sign up for the newsletter. People that have the newsletter right now are getting all the new Medicare costs. They're getting all that information. So sign up, get out there and do your signing up. And we will answer your questions. Email info@ToniSays.com or call 832-519-8664. All right, Jim?
That's right, Toni. And don't forget, Toni has the new webinars at ToniSays.com. Toni's books and her book bundle is available at ToniSays.com. And Toni's there to help you navigate through the maze of Medicare in ways that will be perfect for your particular need, because everybody has a unique need. Right, Toni?
That's right. And one thing we really haven't talked a lot about is what Senior Resource does for America. The seniorresource.com website has things that you would never even think about. How to make your mom comfortable, what to do if you're living in a adult community. What if you're by yourself? I mean, there's all sorts of articles and things that are on there. So visit seniorresource.com.
It is what its name implies. It's a great resource for seniors, like you just said, Toni. So again, we thank you for tuning into this edition of Medicare Moments. And Toni, I throw it back to you.
Well, I just say thank you, Jim. You're always here for me. And we became friends because of Medicare. And I appreciate you, and I appreciate everything you do to help me and help America understand Medicare. All right? I will see you later. We've got a few more podcasts to do, don't we?
Attention seniors. Are you looking for a community that offers incredible benefits and stands up for your values? Look no further than AMAC. With an AMAC membership, you'll enjoy exclusive discounts on insurance, travel, dining, and shopping. Stay informed with 6 issues a year of our award-winning AMAC magazine, delivering trusted news and valuable insights. But that's not all. AMAC is committed to defending America's future by directly bringing the voices of our more than 2 million members to our elected officials. Join a community that cares about your needs and your values. For a limited time, we're offering a 1-year membership for only $1. Yes, just $1 for a year of incredible benefits and advocacy. Don't wait. Take advantage of this special offer and join AMAC today. Visit amac.us/join now. That's amac.us/join now.